pregnancy test came back. She was pregnant. I'm asking, is it somebody here at school? She's like, no. And I said, okay. So I'm thinking, if she's here and she's at school, how can she be pregnant? And she's telling me it ain't nobody here at school. So a light bulb went off and I'm like, is it King? And I said it just like that with the same look on my face. And she didn't say nothing. And one thing I've learned about her, when something is a fact and you bring it to her attention, she's automatically going to shut down. She's not going to say anything else. That's how I know. That is how I can catch her in a lie, or if she's withholding information. Yeah. So I look at the therapist and the therapist look at me, and I asked her again. I said, is it King? And she says, yeah. So immediately I am enraged. I'm ready to go murk something. So I'm like, but I was also on my healing journey. But this was after I probably was a little over 2 years into my healing journey. And I wasn't fully where I am now. And I was still living in the world, lukewarm. I was learning about God, but I didn't really know God like I know God now. And so I'm conflicted with all these emotions and these thoughts and everything. So we sit in the office. They end up calling DCS because had we had DCS involved, we could have just told them. But because they closed out prematurely, they had to call and report it to a new caseworker. And matter of fact, it happened. They came home in September, October. It happened around October or November. I want to say it happened around November. And then we found out she was pregnant May 31st of 2019. She was 6 months pregnant when we went to her first ultrasound. She did not know she was pregnant. She didn't know nothing about being pregnant. She didn't know no signs and symptoms about it. She didn't know nothing. She just knew she was tired all the time and she was eating up everything. But like I said, she was just transitioning from being in residential to coming home. So most of this stuff was sign. I didn't even recognize those signs. Yes, like I said, her stomach was getting big, but it was getting big like she was eating too much. And I promise, it seems like when we finally realized that she was pregnant, it was like her stomach got big out of nowhere. So it was like, I just didn't think she was pregnant because ain't no way possible. She not going nowhere but to school in the home. So not thinking that she got pregnant by the babysitter's boyfriend, who she was pregnant by, big and pregnant by, and I was the godmother of their children. And he got a hold to my daughter when the baby mama was there watching my children while I was gone getting car repairs done. So that's how that end happened. I'm running out of time. So I love y'all. Thanks for tuning in and stay tuned for part 2. Jesus loves you more. Take care.